Sawadee krap and welcome to our Tuesday Thailand News Today. Gee, there's been so much news the last couple of weeks, it's really hard to keep on top of it all, but we are trying to get to all the main stories and we'll keep referring you to thetiger.com for all the latest news. We put around about 20 stories there each day. That's just in English. Of course, there's all the Thai language stories there as well. Big shout out to Suresh Singh. Thank you very much for being a Thaiger member. We appreciate your support. Speaking about all that, we do have a big new program coming up in a couple of weeks. More about that soon. It's sort of doing my head in at the moment as I try and figure out how to make it happen, but you'll hear about it soon enough. For now, let's get started with the news. This new wave of COVID-19 infections this month is leading to a drastic drop in occupancy rates at Thailand hotels. Some reporting drops of 5 to 30%, battering hoteliers even more that have already been struggling for the past 12 months. And some hotel operators have been forced to sell their businesses, according to the president of the Arjana Asset Management Group, with more sales on the way. Soft loans and the debt moratorium program have helped keep some hotels running, but the management group says some have decided to sell their hotels to foreign investment groups who are taking advantage of the low prices and hovering around, cashed up, ready to jump in. On the shopping list are 4 to 5 star hotels priced at over 2 billion baht, while 3-star hotels are also desirable provided they're in a prime location. They say the government's soft loan and debt moratorium program only partly helped the hotel industry, and what's really needed is a co-payment program that would help pay half of employee wages to keep the businesses afloat and maintain employment. There were 2,179 new COVID-19 infections and 15 coronavirus-related deaths reported today by the CCSA. The recent wave of infections over the past month makes up more than half of Thailand's total count, with 30,824 people infected with COVID-19 since the start of the month. 69 COVID patients have died. 628 people are in serious condition and 169 patients are on ventilators. Out of the new cases, 993 infections were reported in Bangkok, 149 in Nonthaburi, just north of Bangkok, 93 cases reported in Samut Prakan, southeast of the capital, another 93 cases were in Pathum Thani, and 80 cases were in Chonburi. Additionally, the following provinces have an official request for people to stay home during the following times, but they're not curfews, just requests for now. Here they are. Thailand's government schools may see another delay in reopening if the current rate of infections continues. The Office of Basic Education Commission says the date could be pushed back to June the 1st for new school terms. As of now, the reopening is tentatively set for May the 17th. The Ministry of Education says they're closely monitoring the situation to determine whether to push the date back for reopening. Just recently, the ministry held a meeting to discuss the reopening date, along with updates on containment measures, such as partial lockdowns and bans on some domestic travel. Now, with news of some provinces going into partial lockdowns, the delay in reopening would take into consideration the inability for many families to travel to other provinces for entrance exams. The seaside golf town of Hua Hin is working on a proposal to welcome vaccinated foreign tourists from October this year. The local Thai Chamber of Commerce says the Hua Hin Recharge campaign aims to include the resort town in the government's reopening plan. They say the area has already earned a reputation for wellness holidays and being a popular seaside destination just a 3-hour drive from Bangkok. Adopting similar criteria to the Phuket Sandbox model, the campaign is targeting vaccinated foreigners flying into Bangkok's Suvarnabhumi Airport or by private jet to Hua Hin Airport. All international visitors would be subject to a COVID-19 test on arrival and would need to download the Thailand Plus Tracing app prior to being transported to their hotel. The Chamber estimates if the reopening is approved, local operators hope to receive around 100,000 foreign visitors, primarily from countries like China, Japan, Germany, Scandinavia and the UK. But they also admitted that everything hinges on the current vaccine rollout. Here's one we get a lot of requests for information about. Bangkok car drivers must now wear a face mask if more than 2 people are in the car. The City Hall made the announcement yesterday as part of the measures by the BMA aimed at stopping the spread of COVID-19 around the capital and nearby provinces. Family members in the same car aren't being excluded from the rule. Questions on social media have signalled confusion surrounding the wearing of masks in cars, but now the news is out that indeed anyone in a car with 2 people or more must mask up or face a 20,000 baht fine. Even Thailand's PM Prayut Chan-o-cha was fined for not wearing a mask at a cabinet meeting yesterday. And whilst we're in Bangkok, a full lockdown decision is expected tomorrow for the capital. The Centre for COVID-19 Situation Administration is expected to make the recommendation, which will be forwarded to the full committee chaired by the PM. The CCSA will also discuss a proposed 21-day quarantine for those travelling from COVID-19 hotspots abroad. The recommended current hotspots include India, Pakistan and Bangladesh. In Phuket, which has seen a large number of daily new infections, government officials have threatened to strictly enforce the 20,000 baht face mask fine and contact consular officials for foreigners that refuse to mask up. The Vice-Governor of Phuket has issued a stern warning that all people are required to wear face masks in public at all times. And tonight there will be a full moon, but not just any full moon, a super full moon. Whoa! Whilst Koh Phangan's monthly full moon party has been shelved for the meantime, we can still appreciate this monthly phenomenon. Well, not quite monthly. The National Astronomical Research Institute of Thailand says that the April astronomical phenomenon coincides with the perigee, the point in the orbit of the moon which is nearest to the Earth, so that the full moon will appear larger than usual, but we're only talking a few percent bigger and brighter. The NARIT says tonight the moon will rise in the east from 7 p.m. Of course, the moon always rises in the east. The clouds from the early arrival of the wet season in parts of Thailand will either make the viewing impossible or perhaps even more spectacular. And if you miss this supermoon, we'll do it all again next month on May the 26th. This one will be even closer to the Earth and therefore slightly bigger, although the difference will still probably be impossible to spot. Well, that's all for our Thailand news today. Thank you very much for watching. We appreciate your support. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That really helps us. I know we keep on asking, but it does actually really help. And we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.